Soft white, blue eyes, belly. Ladies, ladies, ladies. So there was $2 million given away at this Anaheim 2025 World Championship over the weekend. There was only one winner, and it wasn't Dragapult, sadly. But we'll see right here how sportsmanship comes into play.
Now, I heard you had been practicing together before this. Can you tell me about that? How did it go?
So basically, we practiced on like Tuesday night at on one of our hotels, and we practiced the matchup, and I was able to make some edits to my deck thanks to my testing against Riley.
This might be a reach, but I just thought it was very nice that Justin gave a thank you over to his opponent, and then we get to hear how his opponent responds to a genuine compliment.
That's exciting. Riley, are you confident against those changes?
I don't think the changes are super important into my deck. I think they're just good for his deck in general, and I've already beaten that deck, so if things go right, I can do well.
We're very excited to see how this goes. Thanks for the insight, both of you. We're going to let you take your seats, and we're going to get right into this match.
At the end of the day, I'm not trying to talk trash, but sportsmanship should be the key part. You shouldn't be downplaying your opponent. Why would you want to beat someone you think isn't good in the first place anyways? That's just my take on this, but don't leave people looking like this at a tournament. Come on now. Justin, you did great, buddy. Riley, you could have been a little bit nicer there. But, I mean, I guess grace before beauty or something like that. But here we see him get started. I'm getting ready to see that prize matchup. They talked a lot about how cool Justin's shuffling was, so I had to add a couple clips in here. But here we go. So the prizes weren't too crazy for either player. Yeah, Dracloak, Night Stretcher, Dracloak, Luminous Energy. You know, Evolution over there for Riley might have been a bit of a hiccup, but, you know, I guess Justin didn't have a bad start game one for the most part, at least being able to get off the Dreepy for the basic, and then the Buddy Buddy Poffin is always welcome. Fun fact, sorry, I'm laying in my acupuncture visit right now with a bunch of needles on my leg, and I was like, let me just record this content because I keep putting it off, and it's 2 days after the tournament's over, so gotta give the people what they want. So this is on 2x speed, watching this live. Just wanted to note something too. When I was editing the video, you could tell the viewership goes way lower as the video goes on. I heard on Twitch stream it almost dropped out 50%, so nobody was super happy watching this, and I'm not gonna lie, the way it started, it already kind of led me to believe what kind of game it was gonna be. Some more of this beautiful shuffling from Justin here. I tried to leave this video in its entirety because it was the finals. Like, come on now, like, I can't cherry pick the best clips out of this one. I had to show it for its wholesomeness. Because there was some plays in here that, I mean, like right now, like, come on, I don't gotta watch on prize check, but we are. But the Arvin grabs a TM Evo and a secret box, like, doesn't get no better than that. Probably because the Evo was in his hand. I don't know why he wouldn't grab the Evo in this moment. I mean, especially against the threat of Dragapult. Ionoing it away. That's a weird word. Iono it away. Just, I won't put an ing at the end of Iono. But, yeah, maybe he had it in hand already because we know for sure one's in the prize. But, yeah, super prize checking here. I think, yeah. He's getting ready to do the whole secret box lineup so you can see what he's discarding from the hand. But I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Discarding 2 Psychic Energy and a Monkey Dory. So yeah, I clipped through that one. So yeah, he grabbed his Artisan. With the Artisan, grabbing a Ralts. Nest Ball. Puts the energy and the Evo. Yeah, there's the Evo in his hand. I think he grabbed it, actually. with the secret box. So he just knew he was going back in. Gets the double Curlia evolve. I mean, so now Riley honestly had a pretty fire start for a turn 2. You know, he was able to get a monkey down with a dark energy under it, 2 Curlias. But here we see Justin now getting a little taste of that Artisan Stadium. I mean, both players are off to a pretty solid start. We see an Ultra Ball for Justin. I believe he grabs a Dracloak. Yeah, he grabs a Dracloak. Also, I think he Artisan. Maybe he grabbed the Duskull. Maybe I'm tripping. Because he grabbed the Badoo and the Dreepy off of the Buddy Buddy Poffin. Yeah. Okay, we're seeing another Buddy Buddy Poffin here. More Dreepy, more Duskull. The Immaculate Shuffles. His hand is looking a little lackluster. I think there was 2 Luminous Energy. The only thing really going for him in that hand is the Iona, which, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have used this turn either, but... Oh, wow, he had the natural Gardevoir just in his hand. So, yeah, maybe he should have Iona'd that hand away. Hand's kind of gas, honestly. I see a Scream Chuck coming down, yeah. He had the monkey. Now he loads up the energy, takes it off, retreat it. He's able to move all these energies up, and now he's able to start popping off the back row. So this is interesting. He's moving the 10 damage over to put it in range for Scream Tail. So he went for minimal damage moving, keeping some counters on his side to play with. Probably a nice little Gardevoir tip, something I don't do when I play with the deck. I try to move it all as fast as possible, but yeah, especially with the retreat, always trying to abuse getting those energies back to grave and getting a chance to recycle and push damage around. But board's looking nice right now for both players. I mean, if Justin could do something a little more impactful this turn, we'd be up. But Hilda is going to get an evolution and energy. So yeah, we get the Neo upper. And another Evo for the Dracloak. Yep, there he goes. So now, at least he's got a full back bench. A lot of one prizers. Badoo at this point, maybe not super impactful. But we see a counter catcher up, bringing that Gardevoir. Well, now that Gardevoir is in the active, I'm not sure how much energy he has in the grave to get the Gardevoir back out. I guess we'll find out this turn. So we'll see one from hand onto it. Does he have one more in the grave? Oh. He had a Psychic Energy under the Gardevoir already? What the heck? I don't remember him putting an energy under Gardevoir, but... yeah, that was weird. I don't remember that. I'm trying to replay it in my head, but I'll have to watch it again, I guess. Maybe I missed it. It's hard to see. I have a recording box over the screen that I'm watching for my voiceover, so forgive me. But all right, we see a Duskull knockout here. Interesting. I mean, maybe because he couldn't get the straight knockout with well, I mean, he could have got a straight knockout on the Dracloak, but with the damage move over, because he put 20 on the Dreepy. Feel bad because Justin has had 2 turns now where Fezzidipity wasn't there to help him get those card draws. But, you know, we finally see a Dragapult evolve. A Dusclops evolve, obviously. So, We're still in here waiting. Okay, well, I saw an Iona come to hand, but we get a night stretch. Not even sure what he grabbed. It happened so quick. But we see another counter catcher, or a boss's order actually, and bring up the Garde. Which, why would you do that actually? Doesn't he have, or is there just one in the grave? Because he did attach one psychic and then retreat, so. Shout out to the commentators that commented throughout this.
Okay, charts.
LOL, so you guys get that free soundbite of my doctor coming in to take the needles out of my leg. I'm in the car now, so I'm going to try and wrap this up as best as I can. Sorry if the audio is a little less. But yeah, shout out to the commentators that held it down through this event. It low-key, you know, there wasn't much to talk about. And then being forced to watch it real time, all the shuffling, and trying to make banter in between. There was a lot of trash talk and all that yada yada, and then especially in between rounds it was like 30-45 minutes, you know. So if you missed it, I'm happy for you. You didn't miss much. People like me, I've already seen lots of videos of people talking about the highlights, so I'm happy, but I haven't seen anyone talk about the sportsmanship. But Crustal, where were you, buddy? We missed you. It was so sad. I was like begging for Crustal on stream, and then they finally put up a Crustal, and it was up against Charizard, I think. So bro just got cooked. It was so sad. So yeah, we see a pretty tough spot for Justin, 3-6. I mean, obviously some good lines here, but really his only bet at this point is to do something he doesn't want to, which is push forward a Dragapult, leaving up a 2-prizer when, you know, that Badoo got stuck in the active, you know? Like I said in my other video I posted of day 1 highlights, you know, that Badoo isn't necessarily a game killer to like pretty much all decks right now. You could usually play through it. You don't like it, you know, same thing with Jellicent, but you don't like it and you just stick to it, and eventually that Badoo is going to end up costing the player more who put it down than the player who is going against it. So, and don't get me wrong, that's like 100% not always true. Like, I've been under Badoo lock and regretted it, like not taking out the Badoo right away because I figured out how to like either devolve or, you know, take out one of my key characters going for the moment. But we see Justin put down a Blood Moon. Oh, what is that? Oh, another Hilda. So Blood Moon out for the extra hit. Really though, I don't know what Justin was expecting. Oh no, he didn't put it down. Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say there's not much use anymore, even for the Duskull lines and stuff. You'd have to 6-prize turn if you're gonna use a Duskull right now, because then obviously you're leaving a Dragapult in the front line. But I mean, I believe the Dragapult has no damage on it. But here we see a counter catcher. Bring up the Gardevoir. So we move 2 damage over. Yeah, and he just scoops it up because he shows the Clefairy that, you know, once you move that Dragapult up, all he has to do is Clefairy knockout, and then Badoo for the 3rd, obviously. Again, prizes not too bad for Riley. Literally could play the game without those cards and not really mind too much. I believe his list has 3 night stretchers in it, so I'm not going to be too sad about the one gone. So the price check, seeing what they got, looking for every key piece they need is always the goal. And honestly, too, coming from Magic, I forget that there's note taking allowed in these card games. Like, you actually don't have to use so much of your brain power. You know, like in locals, it's fun to be like, oh, hey, I know I for sure have, 2 of like whatever card in my deck, so I can, have this statistic range. And you're sitting here doing this whole mind game where you're like, oh, what are the odds of me, I'm thinning my deck. Like, is it worth it for me to professor's research? Like, is 7 cards enough to get me to that odds of finding that one card out, And that happened to me at my locals over the weekend. Just digging for a superior energy retrieval when I was playing Raging Bolt. And I was just like, oh, you know what? It was literally pass it back to me. I'm turn 3 in time. And I'm like, that's pretty much a good game. I was saying it as he was ending his turn. I'm like, we're about to draw it up. And I was like, I'll just finish my turn. And I topped the energy retrieval. So I was like, whoa. I understand, why times is important. You get that one extra turn, that one extra card. You think it's over. And then your deck surprises you. And then, Justin's prizes were freaking not the best. The jamming tower would have been nice to see early on, especially in this matchup, stopping the Evos, the Devos, all that good stuff. I didn't even realize bro had it in the deck. He must be closer to his own variant, but still kind of like the general population Dragapult list that we see. Especially with the jamming towers in there. So we see the Hilda grab. Putting the Neo upper on the Droopy is kind of crazy. Yeah, bro top stacks the research, which is pretty nasty. Didn't have a lot going for him up until that point with that hand, so can't really be punished playing Gardevoir, which is really weird to say. Not weird to say at all, actually. Gardevoir is just too consistent. We see here Artisan grabbing the Ralts, and we're going to get the Evo targeting the Curlia. So now we're going to see the turn come back to Riley with a whole great board of options. All under Badu. That's what I'm saying. So a deck, hard to get mad at a deck that can just really be super versatile, real flexible, keep coming back to get you. To be honest though, calling it yesterday, because seeing the day one percentages was crazy. Like, there was hardly any Grimmsnarl showed up. I saw that and I instantly was like, well, that's the only thing that was gonna keep Gardevoir in check, at least for the top tables or the top cuts. Or 32 and up at least, because by the time they got to 16, I think there was less than 10. Oh my god. By the time they got to 32, I think there was less than 10 when there was already like less than 30 or 40. I'm probably getting my numbers wrong, but the percentages were like 10%, I think, so. So, here we see Justin, man, trying to work his moves out. I just don't know even really what I would do at this point as the Dragapult player to kind of get the head. Puts down a Dreepy. Puts on a Luminous Energy. Whoa, and he just Itchy Pollen. Yeah, so I was about to say, I think this is a turn where he puts down Dragapult. But no. So, yeah, like I said earlier, too, the stream was at 10K. It slowly trickled down, and now we're sitting at 9K flat. People just kind of see the writing on the wall. Sadly. Like, oh, man. In the Scoop Up Game 1, after watching Justin play out a lot of these crazier games that I watched him on stream play, or even his other tournament gameplay, I just genuinely think the way the crowd affected him with the booing or the ooh or whatever you would call that after that little diss Riley gave him and all the fireworks and stuff was a little too much in my mind, because he's usually really locked in. I don't know how else to say it. Like, he's just so dialed in, and right now he just seems like kind of lost. Like, both games, but dude just sitting in the front, like, what are we even watching? Like, So at least there's not a buttload of energy in the grave yet. But we're getting there. All 3 Jukloak's effects have been used. Justin's thinking, shuffling his deck up, it looks like. A ball was the Dusclops. So we're going to see another Itchy Pollen. So it's still a 6-6 game at this point. I mean, Justin is as loaded up as you can be, aside from not having a Dragapult down. Riley as well, not having a lot of success with the energies at this point. But, I mean, if these 3 Jukloaks can't go 6 cards deep and find something to find... Oh, well, there's a Dragapult in his hand. So I really don't know what Justin's looking for at this point. I mean, I think it's like a first blood kind of thing. You want to play with the counter catchers, at least for Gardevoir. I do not know Justin's exact list. He for sure obviously is playing counter catchers for sure 2. I'm not sure if there's a 3rd like some other main lists I've seen top. While we have this little break, shout out Azul. Felt bad. I watched you play, bud, and those little highlights they showed of you, I feel it, man. It'd be like that. Tord, I honestly got to watch your one game where Fabricio just didn't have nothing going for him, and it was very sad to watch a beat down like that, but good stuff on that one. But 3-3 drop, I believe, is what Tord went, and Azul, I think, also had a similar, but just in a different pass out. So I think Tord had gotten 3 wins early on and then lost 3. Azul had like a lost win kind of moment. But seeing Justin here check the grave, finally evolved that Dragapult. It had the Neo upper. I'm so happy that it made it that whole timeout. And then what was it? Boss up to Garde, attack for 200, and then a straight 60 damage put on, I can't even tell. I don't know why you wouldn't target the monkey though. Yeah, I mean, you always take the monkeys out. The deck is so bad without the monkeys. Literally, there's 4 of them for a reason, guys. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that was the Curlia. He did that too, trying to make sure he could take the Curlia out. But if that was your goal, you should have just Dusclops right there, or Dusclops, I mean, to finish it. Like, why leave the out? Yeah, see, what is he gonna push up a monkey with the Evo on it? He put an Evo on a monkey right now. And guys, I mean, after playing Gardevoir the other night at a locals, just putting up a monkey and putting a Devo, Evo, whatever, or even just using the confusion attack just to stall your opponent for a turn and leave a 1-prizer up, that actually is a bit of a problem. 110 is like such a weird number for these decks. That's 3 energy for Goldengo, and that's 2 for Raging Bolt. They're both overpaying. Okay, so yeah, we see the energy pump retreat to Garde. So we see 3 energy get put on the Scream Tail, giving it 120, and you see what's going down right now. We see the Dusclops knockout, which, I mean, again, if he would have just used that to finish that Curlia off, Curlia wouldn't be full health. He also could have used the Dusclops to knock out the Monkey Dory. You know, there were so many things. Because, like, I mean, knocking out either one fully ensures there's no damage to move back. So to have that 60 damage used against you is kind of a kick in the head. You know, I feel bad for Justin, but what are we going to do out here? I mean, Riley being able to move 60 damage around is kind of crazy. Alright, we're seeing an Ultra Ball from Justin here. I mean, a counter catcher at this point would be fire, dude. Would be absolutely welcomed. Because then you're just like full driver's seat. Take out the Curlia, knock out the Garde, and just leave them with a Scream Tail. Like, I mean, might hurt a little second, but you could also drop it with the Dragapult effect if you wanted. But I would leave those energy attached to keep it out of the way. At this point, I'm just hoping Justin would be able to play out some kind of recovery. There's still like plenty of chances for him to come back aside from the counter catcher. But I mean, the misplay so far, not too bad. Please, somebody let me know if that was a misplay or not. You know, not using the Dusclops, but stream's at 8.8 right now. Yo, was that a counter catcher in his hand? Oh, am I seeing what I want to see? Dude does not open his hand for nothing, I swear. Okay, well, there goes the jamming tower finally. A day late and $1 short for sure on that. Very, very sad to see that after double Evo gone off. Ugh, gross. So, I mean, we're just really in a bad way if we're Justin, I guess. The board's not super overwhelming. The counter catcher there would have been just super fire. Using the Curlia would have been the move earlier. Passing back after getting one prize off. Tied at 5-5. Riley got to the Clefairy finally, I guess. So it puts the Dragapult in a spot, but there's still a chance to get a Boss's Order counter catcher to get the Clefairy and stay in the game, you know. But with the option to go 5 cards deeper next turn, you would think that there wouldn't be this moment where he scoops, but it is. I mean, obviously, it's always going to be a respectful congratulations to all these players that made it to just even to the tournament in general. You had to put in so much time and effort into the TCG. Look at this guy's dad, Riley's dad over there. Oh my God, my kid just won 50K, and I would be too. But you know, there's so much that went into getting these guys here. But I think all the extraness that went into this game made our boy Justin here not really think his game out clearly, to the point where we just watched him have all these weird misplays and lackluster games where, you know, I really think he was just in his head after that whole ooh moment, you know. So just, I mean, at the end of the day, I want better gameplay, you know. That's all I want. I want the best gameplay and best footage to watch. For me, we're here for the entertainment. That's all it's ever going to be. But thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.